So imagine this. You launch Counter-Strike for the first time. You buy an AK, you see an enemy, your brain activates, you press W, A, D, you start spraying. And then somehow, every bullet goes to a different postcode. At this moment, a new CS player usually thinks, bro, this game is broken. No, you are broken. Welcome to CS. In Counter-Strike, if you shoot while moving, your bullets are basically submitting a formal request to miss. And that's why today we're talking about strafing and counter-strafing. Because this is one of the first mechanics that separates someone who is just moving around the map from someone who actually has control over their character. Part 1. Why moving and shooting doesn't work. In a lot of games, you can run, jump, slide, fly, do 3 backflips, and still shoot straight. CS does not care. In CS, accuracy is heavily connected to movement. If you are moving, your weapon is inaccurate. So when a beginner peeks an angle while holding A or D and instantly shoots, the game is not saying, nice try. The game is saying, absolutely not. That's why sometimes you feel like your crosshair was on the guy, but your bullet still disappears into the wall. Your crosshair was there. Your movement wasn't. Part 2. What strafing is. Strafing is simply moving left and right with A and D. You use it to peek angles, dodge bullets, take fights, and make yourself harder to hit. But strafing alone is not enough. Because if you just move left and right while shooting, you're still inaccurate. That's where counter-strafing comes in.
Part 3. What counter-strafing is. Counter-strafing means stopping your movement instantly by tapping the opposite direction. If you are moving left with A, you tap D to stop. If you are moving right with D, you tap A to stop. The moment your character stops, your weapon becomes accurate again. So the basic idea is move, stop, shoot. Not move, panic, spray, pray, blame 64 tick, even though it's not 2018 anymore. Part 4. Simple example. Let's say you want to peek an angle on the right. You hold D, you move out, then you tap A to stop, then you shoot. That tiny stop is what makes your bullet accurate. At first, this feels weird. Your brain is like, why am I pressing the opposite key? Am I playing piano? But after some practice, it becomes automatic. And once it becomes automatic, your aim instantly feels cleaner. Not because your aim magically became better, but because now your bullets actually go where your crosshair is. Very useful feature, by the way.
The biggest mistake beginners make is shooting too early. They peek, they see the enemy, they instantly click. But they are still moving, so the shot misses. Then they keep spraying. Now they're fully committed, their crosshair is shaking, their bullets are everywhere, their confidence is gone. Their teammate is already typing. Nice aim, bro. This is why you need to separate the action. First movement, then stop, then shoot. If you skip the stop, you lose accuracy. Here's a simple way to practice. Go on an empty server or aim map. Pick a wall, put your crosshair on one point. Strafe left and right. Each time you change direction, tap the opposite key, stop, and shoot one bullet. So A, tap D, shoot. D, tap A, shoot. At the beginning, do it slowly. Don't try to be fast. Try to be clean. Because if you practice this badly, congratulations, you are now getting better at being bad. The goal is not speed first. The goal is control first. Speed comes later. Now this becomes extremely important when you peek angles. A good peek is not just, I move out and hope he misses. A good peek is controlled. You move out just enough to see the angle. You stop properly, you shoot accurately. Then you either commit, reposition, or hide again. This is why high-level players look like they stop instantly before shooting. They're not just gifted by the gods of Face-It. They trained the movement.
A lot of players think they have bad aim, but actually, their aim is fine. Their movement is the problem. They are shooting before they are accurate. So they change sensitivity. They change crosshair. They copy donk settings, they copy Monazy settings, they copy Nico settings. Then they still miss, because the problem was never the crosshair. The problem was that they were wide swinging while holding D and spraying like a washing machine. Fix the movement first, then judge your aim. Part 9.
Advanced idea. Once you understand basic counter-strafing, you can start using it for more advanced things. You can jiggle peek for information. You can bait shots. You can shoulder peek. You can isolate fights. You can make your movement harder to read. But all of this starts from the same basic mechanic. Can you stop before you shoot? That's the foundation. If you don't have that, the advanced stuff doesn't matter. It's like trying to learn calculus when you still count with your fingers.
So here's the rule. Every time you take a fight, ask yourself, did I shoot while moving? If yes, that's the first thing to fix. Not your team, not your mouse, not your FPS, not the fact that your teammate bought a P90 on gun round. You, your movement, your timing, your control. Counter-strafing is not flashy. Nobody makes a highlight called Insane Counter-Strafe One-Tap OMG. But it's one of those mechanics that quietly makes everything better. Your aim becomes cleaner, your peaks become sharper, your duels become more consistent, and the game starts feeling less random. So next time you miss an easy shot, don't instantly blame your aim. Ask yourself, was I actually stopped? Because in CS, before you learn how to shoot, you need to learn how to stop.